I told you guys this was going to happen. Told you Nintendo was becoming the Apple of gaming, raising their prices, and everyone else would follow suit. Now, Microsoft has followed suit. We're just now waiting for Sony to announce all of their price hikes. Although they have announced some in different parts of the world, but not really over here. Well, this is what I don't get. Before I even jump on this article and show the prices, this is what I don't get. Isn't Microsoft a $1 trillion company? I think that they are. Thinking that they can figure out a way to not hike their prices like this. Is Microsoft a $1 trillion company? Yes. Yes, they are. There it is. So, you are already behind. Isn't the PS5 outselling the Xbox Series X and S by like 3-1 or something like that? Like they're getting destroyed and they raise their prices. There's got to be another way, Xbox. Let's take a look at this, shall we? There we go. Where to buy Xbox Series X and S consoles before the price hike? Who the hell owns an Xbox Series S? I want you to put a hand up in the comment section. Like, who the hell would even want that? Maybe little kids do. You know, the little kids where the parents, they couldn't afford it, the Xbox Series X. So they're like, the ones that really can't tell the difference, they're the ones that own the S. But I'm just trying to figure out who would even want that thing. It makes things, when they're making games for everything else, so they have to make sure it runs on that. Like, don't do that again, Xbox. Please, don't do that. Just put out a top-end console if you're going to enter the race again for the next generation. Microsoft has announced a price hike for Xbox consoles, controllers, and eventually games. The recommended retail price on hardware goes into effect immediately. And while the $79.99 price on new first-party games is set to hit this holiday season, that means if you've been thinking of picking up an Xbox Series X or S controller, you'll want to do it sooner than later. The new higher prices are already live from Xbox official store. However, you can still get the old prices at some retailers, at least for now. So, shows there that you can get it at GameStop for $4.94. That's better than paying that $5.99. Xbox Series X, $4.99 going up to $5.99. You're going to pay $600 for that thing. Mine is a brick sitting in the back of one of my TVs. I never use it. Ever. I turned it on like once. Xbox Series X 1 terabyte digital edition going from $449 to $549. Another $100 up. What do we have here? Xbox Series S, 512 gigabyte from $299 to $379. And the 1 terabyte is going from $349 to $429. Says here the Xbox Series X is the flagship Xbox with enough power to run games at 4K resolution. It's a beast, and I love mine even more than my PS5. Really? I also like being able to buy and play physical games, so I have the standard model listed above, but if you can live with going all digital in terms of games, you can grab the digital edition and save $50. For those who don't mind embracing an all-digital gaming future, the Series S may be the one to get. However, it does have a drawback in terms of raw power. The S is designed to run games at 1440p resolution instead of 4K. If that works for you, this is a terrific console to get. It comes with 512 gigabytes or 1 terabyte models. Personally, I get the 1 terabyte model because games take up a ton of space these days. That's true. And, with me, though, I only play one game at a time. Sometimes I'll download a game for Scarlo to play since we've been streaming from the same console. So sometimes I'll have 2 games on there. That's it. You know what I mean? It never bothers me. But for a lot of people that switch games, play a lot of different games all the time, I get that. Some Xbox controllers are also getting a bump in price. There's a lot of different kinds of Xbox controllers, and they're not all getting the same price hike. In fact, some aren't getting a price hike at all, and pricing on these has been more fluid than Xbox consoles. So the price hike probably won't be as visible here as with the consoles above. That said, here are the price changes on Xbox controllers going forward. Okay. Wireless. Okay, so $10 price hike there for the limited editions. Okay, so $10 price hike there. That's $20 for that Elite. Well, it is what it is, folks. They don't even give do they give a reason? Do they give a reason? Let's see here. Do they give a reason? Xbox. Let's see if they give a reason here. Let's see. I'm sure they gave an announcement over here. I don't see nothing. Maybe it's on their website or something. Yeah, I don't see nothing. I assume it's on their website. I don't hear any talk of tariffs in the other thing, so the other article. Well, it is what it is, folks. I don't know what to tell you. They wasn't selling anyway. I assume that they are now just going to be bricks sitting in a warehouse at this point. Post your comments down below. Let me know what you all think, though. If you enjoy my thoughts on this, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and share. 10 million subscribers. Woo!